Welcome back, children. In this part of the video, we will be learning about the other parts of the plant. We had completed about roots and stem in the first part of the video. In the next part, we are studying about the leaf, the fruits, and the flower. So if you will observe a plant, the leaf of the plant always grows from the nodes on a stem. There are nodes which are present on the stem. From there, the leaf grows. Let us now learn the different parts of leaf. Now, when you will see a leaf, there is a broad space in between. That space is called as the leaf blade, and we also call it as lamina. So you can call it as leaf blade or the lamina. It is the broad space which is present on the leaf. Then we have the side, that is the corners, or you can say the edge, that is called as the leaf margin. The topmost part, it can be either pointed or round, that is called as the leaf apex. Then on the leaf you may find that small veins and a big vein is also running through. Those are called as the bigger one which runs through the between, that is called as the midvein, and the small veins which are connected to the midbrain, that is called as the veins. Then you will see that a small stalk is present. Now this stalk is present in some plant, in some plants it is absent. So if it is present, it is called as petiole. Now also one thing, that leaf margin, that is the corners, it can be of these shape also. It can be the entire, this way you can find the entire margin is there, or it can be dentate like toothed structure, or it can be lobed. So it depends on plant to plant on what type of margin it has. Then these at the end from where it is attached to the stem, that is called as the leaf base. Now in some plants you will find that small tiny leaves are present at the end. It is called as stipule. Now it is not necessary that it will be present in all the plants. In some plant it is present. So if it is present, it is stipule. So this is the leaf. That is, the topmost part is the leaf apex. Then we have the corners, that is the leaf margin. Then we have the veins, the midvein, leaf blade, which is the broad part, the petiole, that is the stalk which is attached to the branch. Then we have the stipule, small leaf-like structures, and at the end from where the stem is attached to the branch, that is called as the leaf base. So these are the different parts of the leaf. Now in some plant, the leaves are of simple type. Those are called as the simple leaves. Now what do you mean by simple leaf is, the plant have single undivided leaf blade. So only one single leaf blade is present which is undivided. In compound leaf, it is divided and many leaflets are present. So this is called as compound leaf, and this is called as the simple leaf. So it depends on plant to plant whether it has simple type of leaves or compound type of leaves. The leaves can also be present in alternate manner. That is, one leaf is present here, the other leaf is here, next leaf is here, the other leaf is here. So that is alternate type. It can be either decussate, that is, it is present in the intersecting form. One is here, the other one is intersecting the other one. Then other grows from this part, the other one again intersects each other. So this is called as the decussate one. Next is the opposite one, that is equal on the opposite sides the leaf are present. So here one leaf is there, here one leaf is there. In this manner the leaves are present. Next is whorled, that is in the twisted form. All the leaves are twisted among each other. So according to the pattern, it is called as alternate, decussate, opposite, and whorled type of leaf. Now in some leaf, you will find that one midvein is there. In all the leaves, you will find that midvein is present. That is the vein which is in between, that is present. In some leaf, you will find that beside these veins, there are small tiny veins which are running along each other. So this is called as the parallel venation, that is from the base to the leaf apex, they are running in a straight line. This is called as parallel venation. Next we have reticulate venation, that is one midvein will be present. From that midvein, small tiny reticulate structures of veins are present here. You can find small nerve-like structures. So this is called as reticulate venation. So according to the venation pattern, if it is parallel, the leaf is having parallel venation, and if it is reticulate, the leaf is having reticulate venation. Here you can see that in different types of leaf, different type of venation is present. Some are having reticulate venation and some are having parallel venation. Next part of the plant is flowers. Now flowers are of so many different colors, even they have different fragrance. So all the flowers are of different types. Now here we have taken a hibiscus flower and we will see the different parts of flower. So usually all the flowers have a stalk from where it is attached. So it can be either short or long. This stalk is called as the pedicel. Now one end you will find that it is extending and the other end is swollen. And at this swollen end, all the other parts of the flowers are attached. This is called as the receptacle. So at the receptacle, most of the flower parts are attached. We also have different other parts like the petals, or you can also say the corolla. Then we have the stigma, we have the anther. Then this part, that is this green color, this is called as the calyx. So in an hibiscus flower, we have the pedicel, that is the stalk. To this, we have the calyx, this green color structure that you can see, that is the calyx. This is like a covering to which all the other things are attached. Now, when the flower is a bud, at that time, all the parts are inside the green covering, which is called as sepal. And when the flower matures, at that time, the sepal is converted into calyx. Then we have the colorful part of the flower, that is the corolla. These are the petals of the flower. Then we have two things in the flower, that is the male reproductive part and the female reproductive part. Male reproductive part is called as androecium and the female reproductive part is called as gynosium. So here you can see anther and filament. These structure, these yellow color structure, these are the anther which are attached to the filament. So anther and filament are the part of the androecium, that is the male reproductive part. Inside this anther, pollen grains are present. The other part, that is the stigma, this line, that this structure, this straight line that you can see, that is called as style. And here this green color, light green color structure, that is called as ovary. So stigma, style and ovary are the part of the gynosium and are the female reproductive part. So we have two things here. Anther and filament are the part of androecium, which is the male reproductive part. Inside the anther, we have pollen grains. Then we have the female reproductive part, which consists of stigma, this line which is called as style, and here that is ovary. Now inside the ovary, there are minute egg-like structures which are present, which are called as ovules. So this is the female reproductive part, that is the stigma, style and ovary forms the gynosium and anther and filament forms the androecium. Now what happens is, from this anther, due to many reasons, the anther burst. Now when this anther burst, so that anther is disposed into the air. From this anther, pollen grains are released. As these things will burst, so from this pollen grains are released. So that pollen grain, because of pollination, goes and attached to the stigma here. This part, that is the upper part, is sticky and it goes and attaches here. So then the anther travels down in this line, that is the style, and reaches the ovary. And this is how it matures the egg cells which are present inside this ovary. And after the fertilization, when it reaches the ovary, Another important part of the plant are fruits. Now fruits are of so many different types. We all love to eat fruits. Fruits are of different shape, different size, color and taste. Each one has their own characteristics. For example, mango has one seed, while grapes has no seed, and jackfruit has so many seeds. So all the fruits have their own characters in them. Now plant can either be dicotyledonous or monocotyledonous. What you have to do is you just have to check the seed of that plant. If the seed divides into two equal parts, then it is called as dicotyledonous plant. And if the seed do not divide into two equal parts, then it is called as monocotyledonous plant. What you can do is you can soak some wheat or rice, jawar in water for some time, and then when you will see and you will press that particular seed, you will find that if it is divided into two equal halves, it is dicotyledonous, and if it is not dividing, it is monocotyledonous. And in many seeds you can even divide with your hand and you can see whether it is dicotyledonous or monocotyledonous plant.